Welcome to Eliminate Mortgage. This concept is to show you what is the difference between paying off a regular mortgage amortization versus a HELOC. Alright, so let's start with having a 4 years, times 12 months will equals to 48 months. And based on this example, we're using an $885,000 mortgage with a 6% interest rate. So the monthly payment towards the principal interest is $4,697. We'll multiply that to 48 months. That will equal to $225,000 total payments on loans. And $3,645 goes towards the interest. Multiply that by 48 months. That will equal to $169,727 total paid on interest. And the last row is $1,055, which goes towards the principal. We'll multiply that to 48 months. That will equal to about $56,000 total paid on principal. And as you can see, in this scenario, I divide 169 divided by 225,000. That will equal to 75%, which means this costs us 75% on interest to pay down a $57,000 or a $56,000 principal. Let's compare that to a HELOC. So even on this, I'm using a 12% interest. And let's start with, the line of credit pay down of 48 months. And in this scenario, using a $57,000 or $56,000 principal, right, with a 12% interest being paid in 48 months, it will cost us $1,474 every month. And we'll multiply that to 48 months, which will equal to $70,000 total payments on loans. And $308 of that goes towards the interest. It will multiply that to 48 months, which will give us a total of $14,000, close to $15,000 total paid on interest. And the last row is $1,166. This is actually 48 months. I made a mistake. But that will equal to $56,000 total paid on interest. So what I'm trying to show here is paying the same amount of principal only costs us $14,000 on the HELOC concept, which will only pay 20% in interest total in 48 months, versus the previous one, which cost 70+% towards the interest. And this is the example of the $56,000 loan, which I put in 4-year terms, which is 48 months, with a 12% interest. And you can see right here the total principal paid was $56,000, and the total interest paid was $14,785. And with this calculator, I think I was using bank rate to use this, to come up with it with this calculation. And what I showed you earlier, with the HELOC concept, it's only gonna cost us $14,000, almost $15,000 on interest to pay down a $56,000 principal, versus the mortgage way. It will cost us $169,000 to pay down a $56,000 principal. So if you do the math, this HELOC concept is costing us way less on interest, versus keeping the mortgage schedule, amortization schedule on your mortgage, which will cost you $169,000. And the difference between those two is about $154,000 difference. that you are going to be saving towards the interest if you use the HELOC concept.